Carcassonne, the new world. The so far latest game in the Carcassonne series. Okay, it came out like last year, but still, it's new to me. I only bought it, let's see, last week. And now, let's see what I got. Rules, all the tiles, or a chart of all the tiles, of the real tiles. Have to be punched out, obviously. Settlement. Forest with various things, the bison, wolves, and bears. You can hunt, I guess. English settlement, actually. What, is everyone English? Or are there woods with roads? No other nationalities, but lots of tiles with no flag. So I'm not sure what these do. That's coming up later in the video. But I'm sure there's some wonderful benefit in having an English settlement. No Indian camps that I can see. What a surprise. Unlike previous Carcassonne games, this time this is sort of a spin-off on the river version. This time, in this game you actually start with this on one side and then you build off of that. That's basically what I know before I've read the rules or anything. Jamestown, New York, and Plymouth settled in 1607, 1620, and 1628 respectively. Although it was called New York then, it was called New Amsterdam, of course. And various little meeple, which are not typical meeple. Look at this. They look different. They have pilgrim hats on them. Aww. That is just too cute. Carcassonne rules, and I hope this game will be as good as the original. We'll see.
Det er redd vei her, og her, og
Du kan legge den der.
Playing the
Du
game.
kan legge den
Det blir nyttig
sånn.
vei. Ja.
Ja.
Den får du da ikke igjen før alt er slutt.
Ja, det er greit, men det er mye digg der, så
Da? Ja, jeg har fått en hytte.
Hurra for hytte.
Kom igjen, by.
Ja, det var bra.
Yay!
Det funker.
Her har
Den
du
var som
da
gikk ingen steder.
mer vei og by.
Hvilket overraskning.
Hvilken overraskning. Verkligen.
Hvor skal den ende opp? Få se på brikken. Ja, det var litt vei og litt by, det. Akkurat som du lovte.
Exactly.
Du har jo ikke noen by, du har en vei, men du kunne kanskje begynne på en by, da. Du har ikke så mye. Men den blir jo ikke ferdig.
Nei,
Jeg kan få en instant by.
det kan du.
Her.
Just add water.
2, 4.
Ja, det ble
Så legger du bare alt der du vil.
helt vanlig akkurat, så det kan vokse sånn som det vil. Men jeg synes det ble mer hullete her enn normalt. Men det er jo fordi vi må holde oss à jour med de der folka. Men hva synes vi om spillet som helhet?
Jo,
Funker det bra?
ja.
Du må holde tritt med de der folka som drar.
Ja.
Jeg tror det blir en liten vanesak utifra hva man er vant med på sin normal Carcassonne.
Ja, altså det gjelder å huske det, og ha det i tankene. Delvis at man får de ekstra poengene, og delvis at man må passe på hvor de er. Og tenke på hvor kommer de til å være når det blir fullført. Er det noe vits i
Ja, du heller kanskje tenke, altså hver gang man fullfører en bitteliten miniby, så flytter de, ikke sant?
Ja.
Så heller prøve å unngå de der minibyene, for her flyttet de veldig fort når det ble masse sånne små minibyer, ikke sant?
Men samtidig så var det jo veldig vanskelig å unngå de minibyene når det er så mange brikker med liten
Jo, for
del
du
by
får
og vei.
poeng der, så
Ja.
man tar jo de poengene man kan
Ja,
få.
pluss at du må legge ned hvis det er mulig.
Du må legge inn det, men du går også an å ikke lage de minibyene, ikke sant?
Ja.
Du må heller konsentrere seg på starten om at det ikke skal gå for fort. At ting skal bli ferdig for fort, for da går du glipp av masse potensielle poeng bak deg, ikke sant?
Ja. Absolutt.
Men er det bare meg, eller er det færre sånne type brikker
Ja,
i
jeg
den
synes
her enn
det.
det det er i normal?
Jeg synes det er færre av de store bybrikkene, virker det som.
For selv de byene vi prøvde å lage store, ble jo ikke store.
Nei, nei.
Men det er jo på en måte naturlig, fordi at det her er det jo viktig. Du kan ikke bare ha grøntarealer, men du må ha noe dyr på de grøntarealene.
Ja.
Sånn at, ja.
Dette ville kanskje da vært bybrikker, ikke sant? Så,
Ja.
Ja.
Men det er jo naturlig også ut fra prinsippet bak spillet at det vil jo være færre byer, skulle man tro da. Nå ble det jo ganske mye byer likevel, men også,
ja, det ble jo ingen store.
nei,
De små.
ingen av de gigantbyene som man kan få til, ikke så veldig vanskelig heller, i vanlig Carcassonne. Så, nei, men jeg synes det var bra, så når man bare kommer litt inn i det, så er det litt morsomt, det gir litt, krever litt ekstra da, av å spillerne, og de må holde øye med det der opplegget der, men det må man trene seg litt opp til.
Jeg må sikkert spille det en gang eller to til.
Ja, det må man nok absolutt. Men alt i alt, slett ikke dumt.
Nei, slett ikke dumt.
So, the game is basically just a pretty simple rewrite of the original Carcassonne. The main difference is that there is a starting section like this, so you don't build just in any directions. You have to start with this, which is of course the east coast of the United States, and you move towards the west, constantly towards the west. The landscape has towns, it has wilderness, it has farms, it has wooded areas where you can trap various animals, and you place your little followers, or settlers as they're called in this game, as either robbers on the roads, shopkeepers in the towns, farmers on the farms, and as trappers here. So what is a farmer in the regular game? It's a trapper here in the wooded areas. And what is a farmer here is what would be a monk in the original game. And the main twist is these little guys, surveyors. They were a little bit tricky to figure out, but we got there in the end. They are obviously surveying the countryside, and they are moving from the east towards the west as the game progresses. So they start out in just any random column here. Every time a feature, a town, a road, a farm, is completed and scored, they have to move one column to the left. I mean, the west. And first one is moved, and when they're both in the same column, you can choose whichever one you want to move. So you move one, then the next person who completes something has to move the one that's farthest to the east. And as this goes on, they leave behind certain settlers. So that now, when both of these are to the west of this guy here, he's removed. I get him back, or the player gets him back. Anyone here would be removed. So what we discovered is that it's important to not, partly, not be too far, not be too close to these guys, but also not be too far ahead, because if a feature is completed and scored and these are in the same column as that feature, for instance this road, which would have been completed by placing of this tile, that player would get an extra 4 points for each surveyor in the same column. So don't stray too far behind, but don't get too far ahead either. And we discovered when we played it that the trick is to not complete features, not build a lot of tiny towns and stuff like this, because for every town that's completed, every road, whatever, every little, patch of road like this, okay, you get your 2 points, but the surveyors keep moving, and you get left behind. Anyone who isn't the trapper, they're the only ones who get to stay, but the shopkeepers, the robbers, and the farmers, they're all left behind, and you don't get any points from that feature that your settlers are recalled from. So it was definitely a fun game, and it was easy to pick up, but we're gonna do better the next time when we know that the trick is to stay relatively close to the surveyors and not build tiny things that are completed immediately, because you definitely don't want to let these guys get too far ahead for you. Stay with Lewis and Clark or whoever.